Namaste. There has always been a question which keeps coming up to me. What is the subconscious mind? How do we get to realize the power of our subconscious mind? I have made many videos about the power of the subconscious mind, about the alpha level at which the subconscious mind opens. Many videos, but then these questions keep coming up, and so the answers also have to keep on coming. That is why this video. Of late, I've been getting a number of queries through WhatsApp, through email, etc. How do we realize the power of the subconscious mind? How can we experience it? Now, in meditation, yes, once you go to the alpha level of the mind, if you start practicing, then you experience a very different kind of energy, an altered state of consciousness, all that happens. But for a beginner, how does a beginner understand this? Let me explain this with a very simple example, because there are many incidents that happen in our life, that we see in other people's lives, that we hear about or see on the TV, or we read in the newspaper or social media. Many beautiful incidents keep happening every day all over the world. Some of them are quite amazing when we come to know about them. Let me give you one very simple common example. And this is just an example. There are many incidents like this. Now let us take this example where two young boys were sitting near a river, on the banks of the river, with their legs dangling and touching the water. They were sitting there playfully and chatting. The water was flowing very fast. Full flow of water was there in the river. And these boys were just enjoying sitting there and talking to each other. At some point, one of the boys, he just lost his balance and fell into the river, and he was being pulled by the water. Now the other boy, without a thought, without losing a single moment, he immediately jumped into the river. He was able to catch that boy, and he was to some extent prevent him from being carried away by the water. But he couldn't do it for a long time. In the meanwhile, both the boys were shouting. So the other people who were there on the bank of the river, they were able to come and help these boys and then pull them to the shore and save them. This is an incident which I think it would ring a bell in many people's mind, because you might have heard about similar incidents in different atmosphere or different locations, but then similar incidents where one person is in danger and another person immediately jumps to save him without knowing what he is doing, without thinking about it. Now in this incident, after the whole thing is over, the danger is over, everything is fine, both the boys are safe. Now if the people around them ask that second boy, how come you just jumped like that to save your friend? That was a great deed. That was a very noble thing to do. The second boy says, but I really don't know how I did that, because I can't swim. I don't know how to swim. And now when I think of it, it's very scary. I really don't know what made me jump into the water. What made me think I could save him? I really don't know, but something pushed me and I just jumped without thinking. So this is what we must focus on. Those words, without thinking. I jumped into the water without thinking. What happens there is, when the friend is in danger, the friend has fallen into the water and his life is in danger, what happens here is the logic in the mind gets cut off. The logic is a function of the left brain. But when there is danger to life, the logic doesn't work. Logic gets cut off, the left brain becomes quiet, the right brain gets activated automatically. This is happening naturally. The right brain gets activated, and the moment the right brain is active, the subconscious mind opens, and the subconscious mind has no limitations. The subconscious mind does not have any logic. The subconscious mind has only one thought, whatever this boy wants at that moment, and he wants to save his friend. So the subconscious mind pushes him, come on, jump into the water and pull him back. And the boy does it without thinking. So he says, I don't know how I did it. I did it without thinking. And what made him do it? It was the subconscious mind. So that is a kind of power which every one of us has within us. And this power exhibits itself sometimes when there is some kind of a panic or a danger and you need to do something to save somebody or to help somebody. That is when this power comes to your rescue. Sometimes even to save yourself, it can. So now in this example, The people there asked the second boy, the boy who jumped in to save his friend, they asked him, they say, but that was really good, yeah, can you do it again? We want to see how you managed it. Let's just take this just for our example. Now what will the boy say? The boy will say, oh my God, I can't jump into the river. I don't know how to swim, and look at the water, it's flowing fully. I sincerely cannot do this at all. I am so scared to think about it. This is what he would say. So what is happening now is, once the danger is over, the logical mind once again comes up. The subconscious mind becomes quiet, right brain becomes quiet, the left brain becomes active as usual, the logical mind becomes more active, and all the logic comes in. How can I jump into the river? I do not know to swim. How can I save my friend? How is it possible for me to do it? All this comes from the left brain. So this is what happens to all of us. When there is a real need, when there is a danger, particularly to life, then the logical mind gets cut off and the magical mind within us wakes up, which is the subconscious mind, the power of the subconscious mind. And it makes us do many things which otherwise we may never even think of doing. There are many examples like this, and this example which I have quoted is a very simple one. But I'm sure it rings a bell in your mind about some incident which you have heard or something which happened in your own life. Maybe you did something like that. Let me also give you another small example now. This is again a very simple example which happens very easily in many houses. This is about a grandfather who was sitting on a chair and relaxing. He had a lot of problems, health problems. So generally he is not very mobile. He generally cannot get up and walk easily. He needs a lot of assistance. Now his grandchild, who's about 1.5 years old, was just playing on the floor in front of him. His daughter-in-law was busy with the housework, cooking, etc. She had left the child there because grandfather is there and he is looking after the child. Now the child was playing with its toys for some time. Then when it got bored, it started moving around. The grandfather kept looking at the child, his eyes were on the child. Suddenly the child went and started pulling the TV. And the TV started moving a little bit. Without thinking, the grandpa got up, plunged, and immediately lifted the baby, shouting for the daughter-in-law to come. And at the same moment, the daughter-in-law also came and she took the child from him. So the TV was saved, of course. And now the grandfather has to go back those 3-4 steps and sit on his chair. Now he needed support. The daughter-in-law had to help him. Then he went and sat. Now the daughter-in-law was so amazed. She said, how did you manage to do that? How did you jump like that? And how did you get up from the chair and lift the child? Normally you need some support, and he has that the support walker which people use. He has it with him. Generally, it takes a long time for him to slowly get up, make use of this support, and then start walking. So she said, how did you do it? And the grandpa says, I really don't know what made me do it. I saw the child pulling the TV and I thought it's just going to fall down or it might fall on the child. So I just jumped up and lifted the child. I sincerely don't know what made me do it. I can't believe that I did it. That is the power of the subconscious mind. So when there is a danger and there is no moment to lose, then the logical mind gets cut off and the magical mind within you takes over. The magical mind is the subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind makes you do things which otherwise you may not even think about doing. So that is how it works. When there is a danger, particularly danger for life or danger like this, when a TV might fall on the child, then you want to save the child. There's no other thought in the mind. So the logic gets cut off and the magic in the mind works. So that is how the power of the subconscious mind is there within each and every one of us. But it comes out naturally only when there is a danger like this and the logical mind gets cut off. That is when it comes out. But that is not enough. When we have such a huge power within us, which can make us do such beautiful things, such amazing things, why can't we use that power for our day-to-day life? That is what I teach in the AlphaMeditation class. Of course, in the class, we access this power with a meditation. We take our mind, take our brainwave frequency to the alpha level. And at that level, the subconscious mind opens automatically. All that power is yours. and you can make use of that power to visualize what you want and create many beautiful things in your life. You can create the kind of life that you want. That is the power of the subconscious mind. That is the power that we experience when we practice alpha meditation, and that is the power which can create wonderful changes in your life. So that is the power of the subconscious mind, which you can experience with every alpha meditation, and which you can also use for your day-to-day life to get many things achieved. So try it out, and you'll be amazed at how life changes once you understand and experience the power of the subconscious mind. So that is how you experience it. Try it.